Hi there, how are y'all doing? I decided I'd show my face. It sure is hot. But this is what I do, is I sit here and I go through, I print off recipes and try to decide what I think that y'all would benefit from the most, enjoy the most. And yesterday, I don't have it. I don't have the video done yet. But you remember we went to the farmers market on Saturday, and they did not have any green tomatoes. And boy, I wanted some green tomatoes. I chunk them up like Brenda Gant does and fry them. Mother doesn't really care for them. I guess she ate them as a child, or she just don't like them a lot. But I like them. I think they're kind of like fried squash. And let me put you on pause. Let me get some water. Okay, I'm back. I got me some water. Plus, I'll show y'all. Gotta have water. Look here. This is look what we got. We got our green tomatoes. They had some big orange peppers. Plus I had new jalapenos from this morning off of our bushes here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make pickled tomatoes. Real old Southern. I've had it all my life. I love it. But right now, I need to make some mayonnaise. I've decided I'm going to make my mayonnaise because it's so expensive for the avocado oil mayonnaise. One small jar at Walmart, the little country grocery store don't even have it. It's $10 or $12. So we're going to make that in this video so that you know how to make your own mayonnaise. You do have to have an emulsion blender, which are not really expensive. I have one. I've got several, but the one I'm going to use, it's easy to use. I'll just teach you how to make homemade avocado mayo. And I'll put you on pause till we get back into the kitchen, and that's when we'll get our recipes going. I change my mind quite often. I got to thinking I need to make a batch of potato salad, and that's what I wanted the mayonnaise for, so I'm doing them both in the same video because the mayonnaise video wouldn't take very long. Water. So I washed my red potatoes, and I'm just going to cut them in about, most people cut them about 1 inch. I do it in about, maybe today I feel like maybe not a half an inch, maybe. Depends on whatever I decide. I just cube them up though, because you know those are cooked down in the spoon. I'm going to use that. I better get me another bowl because I've got to do this I'm going to do this potato salad, eggs and all, in the Instapot. You can do it on top of the stove if you'd like, but I'm going to do it this way because it's easier on me. And It's really good. You don't have to boil the eggs and boil the potatoes and boil. You just do it all. Main thing is getting your potatoes cut. So I'm only doing about 4. We may need more than that. Let me look and see once we get that amount done. Let's see here, because I want about let's see, how many cups of about 4 cups of potatoes. So it'll probably take more than this. I may do just half the recipe because Mother and I do not need that much potato salad. If we were going to a family reunion, that'd be all right. But we're not. And I don't feel like wasting food. So we may just do the 4 potatoes. Boy, it's hot, y'all. I bet y'all are staying in the cool, I hope. I turned the air conditioner here on, the big house air conditioner, so it'll blow here in the kitchen. I didn't turn it up enough, I don't think, but shoot, that bill is $300 or $400 a month if you... No, probably $250 or more. So that's why I have that small portable air conditioner that I got at the pawn shop for about $100. Let's do one. Let me wash one more and I'll be right back. Okay, I washed those, you know, in my baking soda, and then I scrub them. I bought a little vegetable scrubber and I use that. I've got one of those, well, I've got all kind of choppers. Y'all know y'all know how I am. I got too much stuff. We're still trying to get to that 1,000. We're at about 988. I need a few more to go on there and tell somebody to get on there, and so we get over 1,000, just so I'll feel more comfortable about myself. Accomplishment. Mama asked me this morning, have you got over 1,000? No, Mama. I'm trying. I might could give some of this. My sister's supposed to come to the doctor tomorrow with my brother-in-law. I could give them some of this homemade potato salad. So I'll go ahead and put an extra potato in, as Grandma always said in the pot. I put an extra potato in, you stay for dinner. And she would. My friends came, and she always made sure, her and Mama both, always made sure what little friends I had, I made sure they had food to eat and clothes. She didn't, I told this story before on another video, but my mother would come down to pick me up at the old Sam Rayburn school in Texas, and she'd sit out there and waiting on me, and she'd see people that were less fortunate, children that were less fortunate than I was. She'd say, she'd find out who they were, and she'd say, well, why don't you invite them to come to the house next weekend? Well, she wanted just to be able to give them a good bath and wash their clothes, or give them my clothes, or make sure they had food to eat, just for that one weekend. And a lot of them were so appreciative, and one of them even, hadn't been for her, he's a doctor now in Houston. So I think my mother had a lot of impact on other children, not just myself and my grandmother too. Okay, let me get this kind of put together. I've got to get my little trivet. Okay, let's put our little trivet. I may cut those potatoes a little bit small, but If I did, I did. It'll still work. So now we'll put about 1.5 cups of water down in there. That's about 1.5 cups right there. Now I wash my eggs. And I'm gonna put those. I'm just gonna tuck them kind of down. Just tuck them down in there. What? Like your little chickens on its little nest. Okay, now we're gonna put that in our Instapot. And I'm gonna set that. Put that in my Instapot. And turn it on. Put my lid on. Get my knife. Okay. I'm gonna cook it on high pressure, and I'm gonna cook it for about 4 minutes. You can do that by selecting that manual button or the pressure cook, and plus or minus at that 4 minutes, so you get right at 4. Just put our lid on. Okay, we'll put pressure cook, and we'll minus it to 4 minutes. So we got pressure cook, and we minused it we'll have it on for 4 minutes. There it goes, it beeps. So let me get the stuff ready for the mayonnaise. Okay, I decided I've got these homegrown onions. I've already cut one, so let me do about I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Y'all know, unless I have my teeth in, I can't chew stuff. I can't chew stuff very well. So, y'all know what that means. Okay. Y'all know what that means. That means it's chopper time. Chopper, 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 doodly, doodly, doo. Okay. I think that's on there. We'll see, won't we? If it blows everything everywhere, it'll just blow it everywhere. Ta-da! Messy, messy, Billie Jean's a messy, messy person. Okay. One day I'm going to tell y'all another thing that I want so bad. Is in that kitchen, that new kitchen, if I ever get it. I want 1,000 electrical plugs. A lot of people put celery in there, but I do not have any celery. So, but I will put a dollop, a daisy, a dollop of horseradish. I'll just go ahead and put it in with my little choppy onions. You can add it to your potato salad. And, of course, you know, I'm going to show you something. I don't know if I can get it. Can you see that little bitty seed? That's a mustard seed. My grandmother used to take that and she'd put it on a toothpick or on her finger, and she would tell me, Billy, if you have the faith of this little mustard seed. Let me do it like she did it. I can't. If you have the faith of that little bitty mustard seed in the Lord, that's all he asked, is you just have that much faith. It's that little bitty seed. He'll take care of all your problems if you ask him to. So I remember that as a child. Okay, let's put I'm going to put that into our grinder, marble pestle, because, let's do about, where's my teaspoon? Now that'll make a teaspoon if once I put the wrong amount in there. So a teaspoon of, I'm going to put a little garlic powder. I'm just going to go ahead and use the garlic powder. And let's grind that. That's what'll give your potato salad its good flavor. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the chopper. Get that all out of here. Close these up, because I spilled a bottle of these, one of those big restaurant bottles. I never got out of that house. I never got all the mustard seed. I'll pour a little water in there. Okay, that's our slurry. That'll go into our potato salad. I'll be right back. Okay, I can smell those potatoes cooking. Let me wipe my little board off. Get my little stuff cleaned up a little bit. Now the reason I'm using this cut glass is because my immersion blender will not fit in a pint jar. I probably have one that does, but I don't know where it is. So I'm going to take a cup of avocado oil. Now I'm just going to put that in my crystal glass. Now I've got regular avocado oil, I've got this blend. The blend is a lot cheaper. The avocado pure is quite expensive. But today, since it's going to be potato salad, I'm going to use the blend. And then I want to, let me see if my egg is ready. I had the eggs in the ice box. And when I put them in the potatoes or the potato salad, I decided to put one in a little bowl of hot water just so it would get to room temperature, because you need everything at room temperature for this to really do well. Okay, I'm going to get 1/4 teaspoon of my pink sea salt. It doesn't matter what kind of salt that you use. I think it's probably, I'm going to do sea salt. Then I put just a tiny, just a little tiny of ginger. You're just going to have to measure this yourself. Then a tiny mustard seed again, about, I'd say, 1/4 teaspoon. Now this is my own preference. The recipe that I'll post will be, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. There's our potato and egg, remember? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to turn that off. We're going to turn that off and let it sit and talk to each other for about 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. I just washed this out, so it might, I don't know, it's powdering okay. Now I'm just going to put that in my oil. My avocado oil. Let me get my butter spreader and then I'll mix that. See, that just kind of mixes fine into that. You want to put lime juice. So I'll put, let's see, 1 teaspoon. Let's see. 1 teaspoon. You can put lime juice, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, but I'm going to use lime juice today. The recipe will tell you can use lemon, lime, apple cider vinegar. Just kind of stir that a little bit. Let that kind of just marinate a minute. Now the recipe says Dijon mustard, but I didn't have no Dijon mustard, so that's why I put the mustard seed, the little bit of ground ginger, and the garlic, because that kind of is similar. It's not brown mustard seeds, but that's where Dijon mustard gets its brown coloring and flavoring is from brown mustard seeds, and I didn't have anything but the Great Value mustard seed. And we got our cup of avocado oil, so we'll put our 1 egg down into our avocado oil. Let me get I usually shop towels I get at Harbor Freight because they're thicker, and I use them instead of paper towels because I can wipe up and clean up and the paper towel would fall apart, but these don't. That's just like I buy their white towels, you know, and I sew them together because they make a better kitchen towel. Okay, I got my immersion blender here, and you can see the egg down in there with the spices and all that. So you want to put your blender all the way to the bottom and turn it on and watch it. You don't want none of that oil to now then. Let's use our little butter cleaner. Now I've cleaned that on off. Look at that. That's your mayonnaise. See how beautiful that is? See, that's just good old mayonnaise that you made. Doesn't have all those terrible, let's taste it. Oh, it's good, y'all. That is really good. It's got I don't know, it's just plum creamy, a good creamy flavor. So That's the way to make mayonnaise. Very easy. Need your immersion blender. And once you have that immersion blender, there's so many things you can do with that. So that's going to be good in our natural. I call everything natural if it don't have store-bought. If it don't have that store-bought badness in it. Because now this mayonnaise, you can, if you want it to be shelf stable for a long time, you can put whey in it, which is a stability. But this would probably be good for about 2 weeks. The way you can tell is if it's going bad, it'll turn yellow and get kind of greasy again. So y'all write in and tell me what you think about making mayonnaise. Boy, that's going to be some good potato salad. I'll tell y'all that. I'll tell y'all that. Okay. Now I'm going to set this, I'm going to go ahead and set this in the ice box so we can get our potato salad going. For that homemade mayonnaise, I'm going to tell you that, like I told you, it's about $12 for avocado mayonnaise. Plus, it's got all those bad ingredients I consider. Because I don't know what they're using, but I know what Billy Jean's using in his kitchen. If it says avocado, it's going to be avocado mayonnaise. It's not going to have all that junk in it. There's my glasses. Okay, let me get this. I'm going to do the Instapot. Hopefully the eggs are done. We'll let that seal go off of there. You want to let that pressure release naturally for about 5 minutes, but we was over 5 minutes, 6 or 7, so I think we'll be all right. Let me get a big bowl for us to make our salad, potato salad, and I'll be right back. Okay, I opened the Instapot up and got our eggs out. And I put them in ice cold water. There's a few potatoes in there, but that'll be fine though. They'll peel okay. Now this is what I'm going to use. Now you know what this is, y'all. It's from an old crock pot. I buy these whenever I find them. I don't anymore, but I did because if I have had a dinner or I take it to a funeral, a wake, or a church dinner, then I could take my potato salad, my baked beans, whatever, it had a lid. It just is perfect for that. A lot of times you can find these because the heating element on the hot pot, crock pot, has gone out. And there'll just be these left over, or if the crock pot's not any good. But why I use these too is if I take baked beans somewhere, then I can put it back in the crock pot and turn it on low and it stays hot through the buffet or through the meal. Especially if you're at a little country church and they have one receptacle, you can heat it and then take it to the table. Okay, tried or true. Here's our pot after we now I'm gonna drain that. Let me get that out of the way. My grinder. I'm going to drain those potatoes. So, I need to drain. Oh, that made quite a bit, y'all. I really drain those good because you don't want watery potato salad. Plus you've got a little water in that spice. Spice jar. Okay, there's our potatoes. There's our potatoes. I'll let them cool down just a little bit. And I'll break these and crack these and I'll be right back. Okay, there's our eggs. There's our little eggs. Eggy, eggy. Oh. And we got our potatoes and our eggs. And let me get the other and I'll be right back. Okay, to this mixture here, I'm going to add get this clean. Tablespoon of my white vinegar. If I can get it without spilling it all over the place. Oh God. No, I didn't. Well, there's more than that. There's more than a... I have to drain that because there'll be enough soaked up in that. No, it's more on this stove. Y'all know it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. I'm going to screw it up. That's okay. That'll clean the stove. Need to be cleaned anyway. That's what Grandma would say. She'd say, oh well, it need to be whatever. Well, there. Okay, we're going to put this in our tater salad. Let me get a spoon. With quite a bit of vinegar. No, it's probably 2 tablespoons, but that's okay. It'll just be we'll just have to purse our lips when we eat it. They'll think we're throwing them kisses. Because that and the horseradish. Okay. Now we've got that. Let that kind of marinate down in there. You can add pickles to this. Let me go ahead and don't waste nothing, remember? Let me get this kind of cleaned up. I don't like messes. Even though part of my house, I swear, I feel like a pack rat. I've got too much stuff. I've just got too much stuff. So we got to do our salt and our pepper. I always put pepper into my potato salad. Potato salad, there is a million recipes, and I've probably tried 1,000,001. So you don't want to chop that up. Now, for our eggs, I'm just going to cut those. Just kind of dice them up so that I cut them about the size of the potatoes is. Y'all can tell when I start getting tired, I can get pretty messy. I'm sorry. But as I say, you know, with liver disease, you just get tired easily, very easily. And I'm doing the best that I can. I really am. Okay, I'll mix that in just a second. I've got to put our mayonnaise. Let me get it out of the icebox. I'll be right back. Okay, look at that, our mayonnaise that we made. Let me get a different spoon. I'll be right back. Okay, I kind of got that kind of cleaned up a little bit. Okay, here we go, y'all. We're going to put in our mayonnaise. Let's get just, I'm not going to use a restaurant spoon. We're just going to get our big, look at that mayonnaise, y'all. We're just going to use it all because it's so good. We don't want to, I don't want it to put it in the icebox or nothing. I make it as I use it. Just so you know. I make it as I use it. Then I know it's fresh. I had to let one of the cats in because it's so hot outside, y'all. It's 106 degrees. Now you don't want to, you want to mix it, but you don't want to mush it. Mush potatoes. Well, that's your red bit of Dijon homemade mayonnaise potato salad. You don't see very much pepper in it, just do it the way you like it. You know, I like pepper in mine. We'll take a little bite here and just see what, get a test spoon. And well, I can't find nothing today. Here's a little spoon. We'll use this little spoon. It'll be just fine. Get a little egg on it. Let's try it. Needs more salt. So we'll put more salt. You know me, gotta have my salt, but I don't overdo it now. That's a pretty big bowl. Once that cools down, let me get a different test spoon. Or I'll rinse this one off. It's just me and Mom here, but I'm so used to doing that. That's it, y'all. That is it. That is absolutely delicious. And we'll put that, we'll put our big lid on it. It's just kind of cleaned up. Clean your pot up, pan up. Make sure your water's off of everything that you rinsed. Now then, I guess what I could do is serve y'all some. Let me push it over here. Get a little bowl. So I gotta take a little picture of it anyway. So we'll take a little picture of it. Get one of these bowls here. See, that's still too hot to put that lid on anyway. I don't want it sweating. I do not want that to sweat. So, there we go. Get some of that with that little bit of egg. Now there's your potato salad. It's really good, homemade, everything's good. God bless you. God bless me and Mom, and God bless the United States. We enjoy y'all coming in, and we enjoy your comments, and we enjoy you, and we hope you enjoy us. We'll talk to you pretty soon. I've got a lot of different recipes that I've got to get done. But just as time allows and my tiredness allows, I'll get them done. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.